Good afternoon, YouTube. Good afternoon. We are January 7th or 8th, and we are starting to get into the midst of winter. And I'm gonna do some re-landscaping around here. And I plan on adding a couple more in-ground trees. And what I'm gonna be doing is this juniper that is like 30 feet into the sky. I'm going to trim it down, clean it up, and clear out a bunch over in this corner of the property. I have a huge cherry tree that is rotted and needs to be excavated out, cut down, and rooted down. And we have a row of forsythias that divide our property line that I will be also taking out because they're such a nuisance on weed control and invasive vines that just kind of take over the summer months. It just overgrows and it gets out of control, and to be honest, I mean, you really get the nicest part of the forsythias, the early color, the yellow color in the spring, and then other than that, it's just a green bush that attracts bugs and rodents and invasive vines. So this is going to be cleared out, and I'm going to put arborvitae from down at the end, and I'm going to work my way up to pretty much where this last forsythia is, and I'm going to keep it about 6 feet high. I don't want to go too high because my sunlight come spring and into the summer, the sun comes from here around and down the horizon. So what happens is I get sun from first thing in the morning, and then usually around 1 o'clock it gets blocked out by this batch of trees, and then comes back out and hits from 2 o'clock on till about 7. So you don't want to build up too much around here because that will be affected with sunlight. And with fig trees, we know we need to have sunlight if you really want a quality fig. So yeah, and then we take this rotted cherry tree out, cut back, clean out in here, and I'm gonna put one fig tree over here because that's gonna be one of the best spots for the sun, and maybe another one right where I'm standing. And then I'm gonna mix in some perennials to kind of make it look nice. And this azalea will be coming out. We'll be taking that out as well. So, I mean, personally, I would like to take this juniper out, but unfortunately, this juniper kind of gives my neighborhood a screen from the other side of the street. It's screening. And this juniper really eats up a lot of sunlight from my white Marseille, especially in the fall months when that sun is going down the horizon. I mean, it'll eat up, but we're gonna clean that back and get some more sunlight in here. But yeah, I'm gonna put 2 more in-ground fig trees, and I kind of have an idea of what fig trees I'm gonna put in, Definitely gonna put one of my family heirloom trees in the ground. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do the black Italian or the Latarula honey. I may do the black Italian in the ground because that's a large producer. So is the Latarula honey, but those kind of tend to ripen later in the year, and planting it in this area, I may lose out on sunlight in the fall time to get those ripe. So I'm not sure if I really want to chance it. Not sure yet, but right now it's in consideration. My uncle also is going to give me a fairly mature tree. It's a French variety. It's a smaller fig. It's black, red inside, and yeah. So this is where we're gonna do.